Hey there friends, this is Grace and welcome to my channel and welcome to a layout share video. So before I show you all of the layouts that I created, these layouts are for the 2024 Scrapbook Generation Scrap Squad Facebook group Create Challenge. What they're planning on doing this year is that they will have a prompt for each of the week. So there's 52 weeks and there's going to be a prompt and you are invited to create that layout on that week and then to upload it on in the album. Now you don't have to create it then. You can maybe work your way back or something like that and just mass produce and then upload at one time. But I am using this challenge to, remember my word was explore for this year. I want to explore the idea of creating a layout, at least one layout per week. Now, I finished the second week of March, so I have done about 12, is that right? 11 pages so far. And I have to say, I have been really happy with this. There were times where I was not quite, I didn't know if I would be able to finish the layout in time to submit it at the end of the week, but I'm glad I did it because I am at the season in my life where, because I work outside of the home, I'm having a hard time getting caught up. Now, I am a believer that you will never get caught up with scrapbooking, because if you do, then you'll run out of pictures to scrap. But I am finding myself that I have more memories to document than I have time to document them, if that makes any sense. Like, I just feel like I am a few years behind and I've never been that. So kind of feeling a little bit of a pressure, but this is my way of trying to at least get caught up at least a couple of years into my memory keeping. So on to that. If you have any questions, I will try to get or put the link in there, but if you are on Facebook, you can just search Scrapbook Generation Scrap Squad. Scrapbook Generation is a brick and mortar scrapbook store in Missouri, but they also have an online store, and they create this really awesome sketch bundles. They're one of my favorites, and so I'm not into Facebook a lot, but this is one group that I really love to stay in because there's just so much inspiration. All right, so here I'm going to move this over to the side, and I'm going to show you a little bit about, now none of these layouts have process videos because, again, I'm just creating. I don't have time to like videotape myself and edit and all that stuff. So this is going to be a really quick way of sharing with you what I've made. If you are part of that group, then you've probably seen these layouts in the albums. So the first week, the prompt was to use something old, and so these papers, I've had it, I want to say at least 8 years. This stencil right here and the stars and the rhinestones, they were new to me, but they've been sitting in my new products kind of basket for a long time, so I decided to pull that out. And so it's a very quick and easy layout, and I'm happy that I was able to finish that one. And then this one's a double page layout. This one is, I can't remember the exact prompt, but again, I'm using one collection here, and it's all about hunting. I used up all of my stickers, which makes me really happy. I don't have any journaling yet on here because I want my guys to be the one writing the journaling on there, and I don't even have dates on here. So this is not quite finished, but finished as far as creating the base. And then this one's the third layout. I don't remember the prompt for this, but I used a bunch of different papers, and then I even cut out these labels from a pattern paper and then used that kind of as an accent on the bottom. And then this one, the prompt for this one was using twine or thread or some kind of fiber. And so I've done this before, but I have some chipboard letters, and then I wrapped it with some twine, and that's my title. And then for this one, the prompt was to do polka dots, and so I actually stamped my own dots, and then I don't know if you can tell, but I even cut out some circles from it to make it look like bubbles that are popping out. And I did use some vellum to kind of have that effect of water. And then this prompt was LOV, so I used long title, I used orange, I used vellum, and then I used enamel dots. That's what I did for this layout. And then this one is another double page layout, and the prompt I believe is to use some die cuts, and so I used some cut files that I have cut from my silhouette. This one's a cut file, that one, and then this Welcome to the World is actually a baby title, but I'm so happy that I was able to use it for this layout because it's been sitting in my stash for over 10 years. So that's one of the ways, or one of the reasons why I love these kinds of challenges, is because it helps me to really dive into my stash. And for some reason, I've never thought about using a baby kind of title to add to my other pages, but this one worked really well. And this one's another page, and it wanted us to use some old, I think old brads or enamel dots or something like that. And I had brads in my stash. Now, this is a sketch. I believe it's a free sketch from maybe Scrapbook Generation. I know Allison Davis was the one that created the sketch, but I kind of expanded the photos here, and then I had added stars. Now these stars are actually vellum, that's why they're very translucent, but I love the pop of color for that. And then I used brads to adhere them because they are vellum. I also added some up there. And then, all right, so for this one, the prompt was hearts, and I've always wanted to do some kind of strip with like heart falling off of it, or you know, like dangling or coming off of it, I guess I should say. So this one was a very easy layout for me, and it was actually kind of serendipitous because the week that they had this prompt, it was the state wrestling tournament for my daughter, so I was very, very busy that weekend, but I was able to manage this layout. And then there was a prompt that said, create a layout of something you love, and I love spending time with my family. And so I created this page, double page layout. And then I've always wanted to use these papers, this paper. This is I only have a single sheet of this, and I really love the watercolor effect on the heart, so I'm glad I was able to use that. And then we have this one. The prompt here was that to kind of create a title, building a title, and so, or I guess a title treatment. And I really like the title, but also the way the title was treated. And I just cut that out of a 4x4 or a sheet that has 4x4 squares, and I just cut that out, and I added some Nuvo drops to that to kind of add a little bit of accent. And then the other prompt was to use a grid design. I don't quite like the grid that I created for this one, but I'm glad that this layout is finished. Now for the last one, the prompt was to use something shimmery or glittered or shiny, and so I used some gold paper, silver, and I don't know if you can tell, but this one is glittered paper, so I used that for my title and also for my leaves, and I also added some rhinestones. So those are my layouts for this particular challenge. I am still going strong, and if you like these kinds of videos, maybe let me know in the description box below, because then maybe I'll do them every quarter. But I hope that you guys will join if you're already part of that group. Consider doing this layout if you wanted to have a schedule and try to at least make sure that you are keeping up with your scrapbooking. If you like these videos, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye now.